official Robin Banks, and I'm back with another storytime video. Yes. This video is about the time I went viral. It's super embarrassing. So I contemplated about making this video back and forth. A lot of people requested this video. They just wanted a breakdown. But if you know, you know. So I went viral. It was a fight video. I'm also going to see if I could react to the video as well, or insert the clip of the video at the end, which I'm cringing thinking about, but it's in the past. But a lot of people has asked me about this video. A lot of people don't even know it's me. It's very embarrassing, very cringy. It gets brought up all the time, and it's over 6 years old, like if over 6 or 5 years old. But before I even start giving the breakdown to the story or how it even led up to that point, I just want everyone to know me and the girl do not have any problems anymore. It was never really beef anyway. It was just young bickering chit chat that escalated, that should have never escalated. And I said that I wouldn't make any more fighting related videos because I do not condone fighting. I don't condone violence. I'm not a fighter. I used to be, I'm not gonna make it seem like I'm a victim, but I used to be super problematic in my teenage years, only because I was super outspoken and always free to, like, always wanted to speak what was on my mind and say what I was thinking. And I realized sometimes you just gotta hold your thoughts to yourself, because you end up being in problematic situations. So before I even proceed to this video, I just want everyone to know I do not condone violence. I do not condone fighting. I do not condone anything of that nature. I've really grown, and I haven't had a fight in years. I've really grown. Every situation doesn't deserve a reaction. Every situation does not have to get violent. You do not have to fight every time you're upset with someone. And now that I'm an adult, it's easier to understand that you can communicate things differently without having it being escalated and turn into an argument, turn into a fight. Now, let me get into the breakdown. First things first, I really don't know the backstory as to why me and this girl had a fight. And I even reached out to her on Instagram, and I was like, hey girl, do you know why we had this fight? And she doesn't even know. That's how petty it is. It was so petty. I know we was going back and forth, but I didn't know I know how we got to it being physical, but I don't know the main point of the fight. I'm just gonna give a story based on what I remember. So, as you guys probably know from all my other videos, in my Facebook famous days, I was a problematic person. I wouldn't consider myself a troll, but like I said before, I was super outspoken. I was always putting my 2 cents in the situation, and I think this is how this situation, from my memory, this is how me and this girl ended up fighting. All I remember is I think her and someone else was arguing on Facebook. I think her and her boyfriend at the time. Keep in mind, me and this girl was cool. Like, we was super cool. Like, I was heavy in the party scene, the team party scene. She was heavy in the team party scene because she was like a dancer. Like, she used to dance and stuff, so she used to promote parties and stuff like that, and I used to go to her parties. So we were cool. She was arguing with somebody at the time. I think it was a boy. I don't know if it was her boyfriend or boy. She was talking to her ex-boyfriend or something. But I was basically instigating. I could take that. I was instigating. I was commenting under it. I was laughing, instigating. But at the same time, to my defense, everybody on Facebook was involved, because she was also Facebook famous, and the person she was arguing with at the time was Facebook famous. Facebook famous was dead ass in error. Like, she had clout on Facebook. The person she was arguing with had clout on Facebook, and I had clout on Facebook. Everyone else was intertwined in this argument that she was having with this guy. I think I commented and laughed, or I commented and said something, but she said something to me, and then I took it the wrong way, I believe, and me and her started going back and forth. But it wasn't nothing serious. But the argument went from her and the other dude to her and me and her were going back and forth. And we were teenagers at the time, so I know the shit we were saying was probably hella corny. I wish I could still access my Facebook, because I probably could locate the argument somehow and be able to insert the receipts here. But if you know, you know. If you was a part of that era, you knew the argument. If you knew, me and her were arguing back and forth, nothing crazy, and it ended up dying down. So the next day now, I think she was calling me out to fight. Me and her started arguing again, and I made someone call her. Like, I wanted her phone number. Like, I think we was on Facebook, and we was arguing back and forth, but she was taking too long to respond. Like, I didn't like that. So I'm like, who got this girl number? And I made somebody call her. The person that I made call her didn't even know it was on that type of time. So they called her, and I was on three-way, and I came on the phone like, where you at? Because I don't like how you told me you want to fight. Something like that. Like, we could fight. Period. Everybody that knows me, like I said in my other videos, or if you know me, I'm not a fighter, but I'm not gonna walk around like I'm this big macho. But I don't like when people play with me, and well, I didn't like when people play with me, and I always felt the need to wanna turn to violence when I have a disagreement with somebody. So I'm like, I don't like how you was calling me out on Facebook, and now I want to fight. So she was like, oh, you can meet me in my hood. I'm not coming to you. You can meet me in my hood. She lived a little ways. Like, if you're from Brooklyn, she lived in Canarsie, and Canarsie is deep. And I lived in East Flatbush. Like, if you're from Brooklyn, you know East Flatbush to Canarsie is not around the corner. But I was so determined to fight. Like, I don't know why. And I feel like this was my karma for wanting to fight so bad. I was so determined to fight. Two, the girl was smaller than me. I'm 5'7". At the time, I felt like I was still 5'7". I still had long legs. She is small. She is so small. She's like 4'9", 4'10", 4'11". She's little. So I think that's what amped me more. I'm just like, oh, you little. I think I was popping shit like, you little, you mad small, I will beat you up. I was talking mad crazy like, girl, I'm coming to Canarsie. We're coming. And by we, I mean me and my other two homegirls. Like, cause I called them up. I'm like, yo, this girl's talking crazy. She's saying come to Canarsie. We're going to Canarsie. So my other friends like, yeah, we're gonna go and make sure, you know, they're gonna situate the situation, make sure I don't get jumped or nothing like that. So we got ready and we went to Canarsie. I think this day it was raining. I had on rain boots. Looking back at this, I could laugh at it now, but if you know, you know. So I had on rain boots. I went to Canarsie with my rain boots, my two friends. I think my hair was in a scarf. I don't even think my hair was done. Like, I think I had a ponytail. I don't fucking know. I looked a hot ass mess. And I stormed all the way to fight her. And we got to Canarsie. She told me to meet her in, I think it was Seaview Park. No, was it Seaview? I don't think. It was a park. I know it was a park in Canarsie. If you from Canarsie, comment down below. If you from Canarsie, you know this fight video, you know what park it is. Comment down below and say what park it is. I don't remember. It was a park in Canarsie. She told me to meet her. So we got to Canarsie, me and my friends, and I'm calling her. And I'm like, sister girl, where you at? We here. Like, we're here. So she was like, we? Who's we? And she was acting like she don't want to come because she thinking it's probably mad of us. I'm like, no, girl, ain't nobody finna jump you. It's me and my two friends. And ain't nobody was finna jump her, period. So she comes with a girl, and the girl's type heavy or whatever. Like, a bigger girl, but the girl didn't want to fight. Like, all this shit is just, now that I'm saying the story, it just sounds so dumb. I'm cringing. I'm just cringing, but we get into the park. We start fighting. I'm not gonna lie. She 4'9", 4'11", 4'10", but she had some strength on her. I had to keep in mind, this girl is a professional. She was like a professional dancer at the time. She could hold her own weight. Like, she was on her head top, all that. Like, she can manage her whole weight and working. And if you dance a lot and you doing all of these tricks, you're basically working out. She had a little muscle to her. So she had a little strength. I ain't gonna lie. And like I said, I wasn't a fighter. I wasn't the best with the hands. I wasn't, you know, I didn't really get it rocking, but I wasn't gonna let nobody play with me. So I think I walked in the park. She was kind of moving scary, backing up and stuff, because she thought that me and the two people I was with was gonna jump her, but we really wasn't gonna jump her. They was gonna let me fight her. So we start fighting or whatever, and I don't know if I dropped on the floor. Listen, I'm gonna put the video in and you guys could see what's going on. We basically fought. I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna just say I was losing. At the time, I didn't feel like anybody was winning, to be honest. I really feel like we was both losing. But in the video, I feel like because my size. I was a tall girl and she was a little girl. It was no way we were supposed to be on the same level of fighting. I was supposed to be tossing her ass around because she's so small next to me. But because I wasn't doing that, people were just like, oh, I was losing. But to my knowledge, we wasn't really doing anything. We were both kids. She wasn't really doing nothing. She wasn't really like, it was a lot of grabbing, hair pulling. It wasn't a lot of punching. She wasn't dragging me around. We was falling on the floor, rolling over. We was just looking a hot mess. Every time I think about this shit, I just cringe at the whole thought that I even went outside to fight and look a mess. And this shit is haunting me till this very day. So we got to tussling. One of the girls I came with, she had a taser. I guess she was just trying to, she was getting upset because we came all the way to Canarsie. We took $1 van, another $1 van, a bus to come all the way to Canarsie to fight, and I was not winning. So I think my friend was just fed up. Like, bitch, you made us come all the way here and you getting your ass beat. But at the same time, they were tall. Like, one of my friends were like, she's super tall, super big, so she's not gonna jump in for this little girl. She's not gonna jump in, and like, she felt like in her heart that I could beat her, so she just kept amping me like, Robin, what are you doing? Like, get on your shit, beat her up. And I'm just like, girl, I'm fucking tired. I came over here in rain boots to fight. That's what I played myself. I had on rain boots, heavy ass hunter boots. If you have hunter boots, you know them shits is heavy as fuck. Heavy ass hunter boots. I look a mess. I'm tall. I got on a cardigan. My hair's not done, and we just doing the most, rolling around. So embarrassing. Rolling around, fighting. I was tired. Everybody knows when you fight, you get like after the first round, you're winded, and we just kept getting up. I just kept getting up and trying to fight over and over, and I'm just cringing at this because I should have just left it alone. But I just felt, I already knew that it was being recorded and it was gonna end up on the internet, and I'm like, I can't go outside like this. Like, I got clout, people gonna see this. Like, I need to, we both got clout. Like, I can't let this little person beat me up. So I was determined to beat her, and like, it got to a point where I just got tired and I was over it. I don't even know how the fight broke up. I don't know how we split up, but I think at this time I didn't have a phone because I was on punishment. So I didn't have my phone. So I was on my way home. Mind you, my friends gassed me. So I'm on my friend home, we on our way home, like, oh, y'all think I lost? And they were like, I mean, they didn't say that I lost though. They was just like, I mean, you could have did better because she's smaller. You were supposed to really be ragging her, but like, you wasn't really ragging her, but you ain't lose. So I'm like, all right, I ain't lose. So the whole time I'm on my way home, like I said, she was all the way in Canarsie. We took like two fucking $1 vans and a bus and all that shit. I got home, I was on punishment. I didn't have my phone, so I had to get home and get on the computer and get on Facebook. So I wasn't planning on getting on Facebook and being like, oh yeah, just for it. Like, I wasn't thinking about doing that. I don't even know what I was gonna do. I was just gonna go on Facebook and act like that shit did not happen because I was so embarrassed with the whole situation that I even went out my way to fight her, and like, it was just a hot ass mess. I got on Facebook, but as soon as I got on Facebook, I had so many inboxes, so many notifications. People was writing on my wall like, oh, you got smoked, you mad big, and you got tossed. And I was just like, what the fuck is happening? So I'm like, let me see the video. When I watched that video,
oh wow, oh wow, oh wow, oh my God.
I can laugh about it now. I can laugh about it now, but when I watched that video, I was so fucking embarrassed. I wanted to cry. Like, I wanted to cry. I promise you, I wanted to cry. Like, I think I probably did cry. I was just looking a hot ass mess. I'm just mad big, rolling all over the park ground, and this person that's like 4'9" is whooping my ass. Like, and I was just so embarrassed for the simple fact that everybody witnessed me argue with this girl and like, basically come at her like, oh, you so small, I'm gonna rag you. And that's when I realized size do not matter. If somebody got hands, they got hands, bro. Big or small, they're gonna tear you. And I got torn. I'm not ashamed to admit it. I mean, at the time I was ashamed to admit it. I was trying to find excuses for myself, but the fact of the matter is, I slept on her and I popped mad shit, and I said I was gonna toss her and I was gonna fix her and I was gonna fuck her up, and I got torn apart. Like, she literally fucked me up. I'm not gonna lie, she got that. And I was watching a video and everybody was just, oh yeah, she got beat up, like, you too big. Everybody kept writing like, you too big, like, you 5'7", you over here mad tall and linking, getting tossed around. And I'm just like, oh my god. And I was making post after post trying to make excuses for myself. I'm just like, listen, I'm like, all right, I had on rain boots. The rain boots was heavy. The rain boots was weighing me down. I'm like, the rain boots, it was the rain boots' fault. It could have been the rain boots' fault for real though, because who the hell wears hunter rain boots to fight? Like, and like, mad people was like, oh yeah, you too big and da-da-da. And it was just going around and around. And I think that was one of the reasons why I deleted my Facebook. I mean, I think that was the last strike for me. I just was getting into a lot of situations on Facebook with different, whole bunch of cyberbullying and just a lot, because I used to get a lot of attention, so a lot of reaction to everything I did was getting a reaction on the internet. And the fight video, I think that was the what's the phrase, the stick that broke the camel's back, because I think I ended up deleting my Facebook after that. So I'm gonna insert the video in here. This video comes up at least once a year. Like, it still goes viral every year. It's being brought up. So when I meet people, sometimes when I give them like background on who I am, they be telling me they seen the video, like, oh yeah, you the one who had the video. Like, it's so embarrassing. It's so embarrassing, and it just wasn't worth it. And to have this video follow me around, I feel like the fight took place, what, 2014? It is 2020. Earlier this year, the video resurfaced and it was viral again. Like, people were sharing it all over. I promise you, once every year on Facebook, it continues to go viral. And I want people to realize that I grew from that. It's so embarrassing, because when I look at the comments, when people like talk about the video and stuff, they're like, oh, like, oh, she got beat up. And it's just like, bro, I'm in a different space in my life. I haven't been on Facebook since that video. 6 years ago. The growth is there. I'm not problematic. I've learned from that, and I realized that, like I said, everything doesn't need to be violent. And then that was just very pointless. I was super young. Me and the girl both agreed that we were super young. We don't even know why we fought. We're both in different spaces in our lives, but this is just to show you things will follow you. Like, once something surfaces the internet, it really does not go away. It does not go away. You can delete it, you can report it. Someone already has that. They will continue to re-upload it, and that's what has been happening with that video. I feel like it continuously gets uploaded, because there's been times I reported it, I tell people to report it, it deletes, and then every year, like clockwork, it resurfaces. So I'm laughing now, because it's nothing to do but laugh. But yeah, this story time was about the time I went viral. My fight video went viral and I got my ass tossed. I know you guys been waiting for this video. Here you go, me addressing it. It's nothing to address. There's no hard feelings between me and Shanice. I don't think she minds me saying her name. There's no hard feelings between me and Shanice. We're both grown women now. We were teenagers then. We are in a different space. Like I said, I even asked her if it's okay if I speak on it in a video, and she said it's fine. And the message of this video is just be careful what you do. Just be careful. Every situation does not need a reaction. You could have so much to lose fighting, and right now with the way the violence is, especially in New York City, it doesn't even stop at fighting. There's people killing each other right now. It's really not worth it. And then things could be attached to your name forever. Look, it's 2020 and a video from 2014 of me fighting is still connected to me. But if you like this video, you want more story times, give this a thumbs up, comment some more video suggestions, and subscribe to me. Follow my Instagram. I'm gonna put my Instagram here. I like when my subscribers find me on Instagram, and you guys give me some motivation in my DMs, because sometimes I feel unmotivated. I'm like, do I still want to record videos? Are people gonna watch them? But you guys always give me the reassurance I need, DMing me, letting me know you want to see more content. Bye.